And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Kassarian, and welcome to episode number 6 of Star Trek Online. Nice. All right, let's get started.
I'm not afraid of the tall shark.
We know that, Tamara. We know that. Identify several possible systems. We'll need to scan them. Alliance, find a suitable planet. Okay. We can do that. Do that indeed. Indeed.
We're counting on you.
Okay, so we're gonna go to Galorndon Core. Sounds about right. And I think these are basically introductions to patrol missions. I think that's what this is supposed to be. Alright, let's say that engines are my max priority now. Well, that makes much difference because I appear to be capped at warp 5.55, which is fine, I guess. So cool thing, story-wise, about the Romulans is that they actually don't use warp cores like the rest of everyone else does. Most everyone uses matter-antimatter annihilation warp cores, huge amounts of energy. Romulan ships actually use artificial singularities, so it's basically an artificial black hole that they feed matter into. And when you feed something into a black hole, you actually get radiation out. Don't ask me about the physics. I don't really understand it. Geologically unstable planet. EM storms. Romulan scout ship. Oh, yes. Okay. Launch satellite. Continue forward. Gamma Eridon. Alright. We can do that. It's another Romulan warbird over there. I think we're going to be flying around for most of this episode going, is this it? Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? No. Until we find the system that just so happens to be named New Romulus. Or Narendra. I think it's actually Narendra. It's the system I have to scan. Yeah, they're not going to tell me which one's which. That's fine. So, I can spend some skill points, by the way. Spend a little bit more, too. I have to get to 33. Oh.
We can't get a clear reading from the planet that Tamara specified. Our best option will be to drop out of warp and investigate the area. Are you ready?
Hull repair. Does not apply slipstream. Yeah, it gets me going places faster, but I really actually don't care about that much. Yeah, drop us into a standard orbit, why not? I'm not certain what a standard orbit actually is, but apparently there is one.
Galsican ships, dead ahead. They were jamming our sensors. That's why we couldn't get a clear reading on this area. It's an ambush.
There's nothing better than killing Romulans.
How about we switch up most of our weapons power to power to our weapon systems, shall we, Kev? There we go. That's doing a bit more damage now, isn't it? And a little bit of lag there, but that's alright. So these sorts of turning fights can be entertaining. Because you can tell I can't quite bring my beam banks into range. Ow.
Target shields have failed.
Keep shooting, will ya? Range what? It also puts a damage over time mark on him. Really? More of them?
Warning, ship is under attack.
Good luck, guys. Oh, that hurt. Really? What if I can get out of range of these guys? And then kill off these drones. I might be able to. Let's see. I'm impressed the drones can actually hit me while I'm cloaked.
Warning, ship is under attack.
The 10 seconds before I can recloak. There we go. Let's wait until that comes all the way back up. There we go. Don't forget, I get a damage buff when I do that. That lag's getting really irritating. Alright. See, attack pattern alpha increases my damage, but it also boosts my turn rate. There we go. Now, there are also some of these resources we can collect. Let's, why don't we take a look at those?
It's not Tal Shiar, it's the Nausicaans. What's next? Iconians? We were able to get a few scans of the planet during combat. It's no good. The wildlife is too...
Ah, Dewa. That's it. Just want to scan these because resources are resources. If I don't end up using them on this character... I can always take them out. And I know there's another one here, but I just don't want to deal with it right now.
It's not Tal Shiar.
And let us warp out, shall we? That last line, if it's not the Nausicaans, what's next? That should cause anyone who knows this game to start cackling. Now, I'm going to give you guys a guess as to where on Earth the Romulan homeworld, the new Romulan planet, is actually located. If your guess is in with the gigantic mass of ships from, let's see, Federation, Romulans, Federation, Klingon? I think I guess? Yeah. Romulan, Klingon, Federation, G. I wonder where the Romulan homeworld's going to wind up. Yeah. Right.
We have confirmation of a suitable planet. I'm patching us...
Understood. Set a course. Alright, so we're finding a suitable planet. Now, this is instanced, I think, because... Yeah, okay.
Dewa 3. This could be the new Romulan homeworld. The radiation levels of this planet made it uninhabitable.
Understood. The radiation was too high to colonize successfully, so... Christ, this is a trip. Alright, let's drop back to normal speed. There's some hydrazine gas we can pick up too. 10, 9, 9, come on. Alright, I'm impatient. We'll pick up some hydrazine gas while we're out here. Because even if I don't use it on this character, I can always shunt it over to my main and actually make some decent use of it. Even though I'm not Starbase Operations in the fleet, but that's okay. Alright, Pro Beta. Ooh, I see some other resources. Hold on, we'll find the Romulan homeworld in a minute. Let me just go pick up some gas that's floating in space. No big deal, hold on. It can wait. Oh, Verterons. Okay, I think those are green. Well, they're literally green, but I think they're actually like green, uncommon resource. There we go. Yep, they are uncommon. There we go. Awesome. Boy, this ship's nice and sprite and nimble. I'm so used to flying my Federation, the Fleet Assault Cruiser refit, Imperial class, that flying this thing is just like, wow, this thing moves fast. I don't know why I did that. Oh, really? I can't even see what's going on. Alright, come on, let me get behind you.
Target shield active.
Okay, that was easy. Ow. Core detonations. So yeah, it's actually, like, Fed ships, most ships explode like that when you destroy them. Versus Romulan ships, which kind of implode in a singularity field, so... Both hurt, by the way. Alright, now we can beam down. Why not? Sounds like fun. I never understood about Star Trek. Like, why are you sending your... Oh, come on, really? 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 Why are you sending your command staff on a dangerous mission to a planetary surface? Like, why? Why are you doing that? Tell the computer. I'm in the middle of recording an episode. You don't give me any grief for the rest of the day. And now you give me grief. Ugh. No, what it's actually saying to me is, Cass, you need to actually hardwire your gaming computer, finally, versus relying on a 10-year-old, 8-year-old wireless network card and a antenna that's probably about as old. Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens. Yeah. Alright, I'll be back in a minute once this finishes not responding.
Look at this place. It's beautiful.
I kid you not. Literally, as soon as I stopped recording, it recovered itself and started loading again. So, this also serves as a welcome to what the entire adventure zone on New Romulus is like. In order to grind rep with the Romulans, you have to do this sort of crap day in and day out. Thankfully, I got the items I needed after like 10 seconds, so it's not that big of a deal, but it's still a monumental pain in the rear end. This is some sort of resource over here. Oh no, scan radiation levels. A superior radiation report. There's something light up over here. It's hard to believe it's uninhabited. That's nice. We're going to take a water sample. Any scannables over there? Guess not. So yeah, if you want to grind rep with the Romulans, this is what you end up doing a lot of. Also, STO is a lot more forgiving in terms of like surfaces you can run up and down. Is this the... I can't tell. I can't tell if this is the same part of the map that they use for the exploration, the Adventure Zone, I think it's called.
This plant displays remarkable similarity to plants once found on Romulus.
Cool. Glad to hear that. We'll have something to eat. Okay, let's get another water sample out of here.
Fascinating. The water is barely tainted by the planet's radiation.
These things don't look happy. I think they're also somewhat phaser resistant, too. By somewhat, I mean fairly. I'm not killing them, they're apparently just running away. That's fine. Absolutely fine. Okay. How the heck do I get up there? Mineral samples, that's nice. Running through a set of rapids, apparently. Which is funny, because you don't have too many vertical water features in this game. The heck are you? Like, seriously, what are you? Yeah, this is what New Romulus is like, gathering mineral samples. Again, I'll show you it to you guys when you get there.
The amount of lead in these rocks could be the reason for the lowered radiation levels.
It also could make this place very, very bad to settle on, too. High lead content in the surface soil is usually a bad sign, especially if you want potable water, the drinkable water.
Tulsiar is advancing on our allies.
Yeah, let's be cautious, you know. Just keep shooting, just keep shooting. We're not killing them, understand? They're just running away from us.
I am detecting ancient and dilapidated structures nearby.
Why, thank you. Waveform matched. Tritanium. Another Star Trek fanciful building material. Gotta gather some mineral samples. So yeah, when you get to higher levels, there's a whole reputation grinding system, questing daily system that comes into play. And you end up needing to get a lot of the very high tier materials, you need to get reputation with certain factions. And there are enough of those certain factions to make it a pain in the rear end. Fortunately, you only really need to do that with the factions that you're interested in gaining rep with. or that you need those items from. So for the build I want to do, for example, these things are ugly. So for the build I want to do, I need, some Borg kinetic cutting beam and some other omnidirectional beams and that sort of thing. And that's for my cruiser. So you want to kind of you don't have to grind all of them. They all have benefits, and they can actually give you certain perks, like traits. There's similar to feats, but you can swap them in and out. You have feats from like a role-playing game, or so it's useful to grind it out, but it's not required, if that makes any sense. All right, so it's certainly helpful, I'd say. 3 is my melee bash ability, by the way. It's certainly helpful to grind that stuff out, but it's by no means required to do it. Like some things. So you know how the Borg adapt to certain weapons. Well, one of your traits, it takes a lot longer for the Borg to adapt. All right.
This one seems to be resistant to the ambient radiation on this planet. It could be useful in treating radiation sickness.
I also think that standard chelation therapy would probably be pretty useful too. I'm really trying to not be as much of a pain in the rear end about this, but this is one of those quests where I'm like, okay, game, really? Really? I'm trying to do YouTube here. But yeah, as I was saying, so it's helpful, but you don't have to do it. Unless you're doing a ship build that specifically is requiring, 1 or 2 things. In which case, yeah, you probably need to grind it out, and that's what I'm doing. But fortunately, with the way the STO is set up, it's not like you have to. It's not as painful as like rep grinding is in, say, World of Warcraft, where just shoot me, like seriously, just shoot me. It's bad. I hate grinding and rep grinding in WoW. Alright, so we're almost done.
That old bridge nearby when we're done with our scans.
Make this mission go longer, why don't ya? So yeah, this is the map that they do use. So that is correct. This is the map. There we go. Observe ancient bridge.
What's that?
It's a bridge.
Tholians. What are they doing here?
Great.
Tholians. Just what we needed. Tholians are known for not caring very much about us humanoids. I don't think they even know the difference between a Romulan and a Reman.
Alright. We're fighting Tholians now. Great. This is a long mission. This is a really long mission. But I think it's one of those ones where once we fight the Tholians, it'll be over. So I'm not going to split it into 2 episodes. You guys are running away. Okay. That's nice. That is really confidence inspiring. Not that we can't handle a few spiders, but, Tholians. Oh, see? Dilapidated ruins. Yep, we got it. Who was it pointing that out? Was that Satra? Satra? I think that's how you say her name. Satra? I think it's Satra. I think it's more of a TD. Alright, Tholians. Confront the Tholians. Alright, looks like we're blowing them apart. Let's turn that on. Alright, so this thing that I just used down here is a self-buff, target optics. Boost to critical chance and severity.
The Tholians seemed interested in those rocks back there. Should we check it out?
Insufferable curiosity.
Watch out! More Tholians inbound. Enemy target. More on the way, sir. Why are they so interested in this site?
I don't know, Varro. I really don't.
No idea. We'll find out once we have a second.
Just keep framing. Alright. Good time to pop a shield charge.
One more group inbound, and it looks like they're sending one of their commanders.
Okay, so the next group will pop target optics, and we'll pop a power cell. Because that will have increased my damage fairly significantly. Oh good, we got a dot on him. Shield regeneration would be nice to whoever has that ability. Oh, you just heal hit points, you can't heal shields. Pop that.
The Tholians wanted whatever is buried in those rocks. Let's see what's beneath.
Significantly better. Alright, did you drop anything? No. And you're shooting the ground, but you're using a phaser animation. That's a disregard. Fine. It's an old geode.
There appears to be a sword, fossilized in the secretion layer.
Wow. Vulcan sword from about 1900 years ago.
We're counting on you.
Greatest Vulcan weaponsmith. Cool.
I'm not sure I want to move.
I'm not sure I want to know. That sounds about right. Let's get the heck out of here, get back up into orbit, and wipe out the...
Afraid of the tall Shiar.
Okay, let's go for a full alpha strike. Because remember, decloak gives me a buff. How's crushing us going right now? Freaking web ships. Because they can fire through it and I can't. Also, it's a D20. Just thought I'd point that out. Oh, there you go. Alright, hopefully we can hail and end the mission.
I have new orders for you.
Ow. Come on, would you die already? Please. Ow. So right now we're just flying up their tailpipe and pouring disruptor fire into it. Bingo. Ow. Yeah, warp core explosion's not the most fun thing in the world. But I think we're done with this mission. Yes, we are. Warp to sector.
We have to stop Talsiar.
Return to sector space. I don't think we actually have to go back. I think we could just hail him, which will be pretty handy for me, at least. Coming out of warp. I have to go to the flotilla. Where do we put it again? Right. Flotilla. New Romulus system. Right, because we're in orbit. It's over here somewhere. Romulan flotilla. Right, so it's not showing up on my system list because it's not. Let's just say it that way. It's just not showing up on my system list, apparently. So we're just going to fly back to the flotilla. We can meet with Detan. Explain to him our fascinating findings of lost swords, Tholians, and whatever. Tholians. Flippin' Tholians. Ooh, that's pretty. That's a Riemann warbird, actually. The Romulan ones are a little bit more curved. The Riemann ones are a bit more spiky. But it's still very pretty. Nice. Alright, let's enter the flotilla. Tell me this takes me to the command deck. There we go.
We're counting on you.
Right, that's the commander, not Detan. Let's see a little model of my ship on the desk. Use turbo lift. How do I get around this ship again? There we go. Yeah, quick hint. Just remember to... You do sometimes have to zoom this map in just to be able to see where the heck you're actually going. We're going down here. And then... we go over here. We're in ground logistics. You can come through here. Aha!
Zolan True, you found something incredible. This will be the new home of the Romulan Republic. It will be Mol Rihan, New Romulus, and we will create a new way of life there. This is we will need allies to help with the colonization.
Hail to Mare. Hail.
Talsiar is advancing on our allies.
Now, do I want the beambank or the cannons? Ooh. Let's go with the cannons.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Alright. So, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're about done for this episode. So, this has been Mr. Kassarian. Please do not forget to come on next time. And we can take care of Turning Point. Alright. Sounds good to me. As always, guys, happy flying.